There are three different teams or three different situations, as you can see on the top right here, that I basically want to show you today if you really want to get the most out of your Vegeta. And unfortunately, because of the nature of Vegeta, the nature of Vegeta's links and his leader skill, there's just a lot of pros and cons with each team. And so you're just going to have to see which pro you really want to go with and which con you really want to deal with, right? Now, just to take a quick look at it, this is what Vegeta's leader skill looks like. So 170 to Vegeta's family and Super Saiyans, and then an extra 30% to Mastered Evolution, Battle Wits, and Pure Saiyans. These are all the characters on that category, and you can make some things work here for sure. It's just, it gets a little bit, I guess, wonky when you're trying to actually put pieces together. And I'll say this right now, his link buddies are just not great. Like, King Vegeta is easily, by far, his best linking buddy, not only because of the 6 links, but because of what King Vegeta offers as a character. And the 3 teams we're looking at today is, of course, his own leader skill, and then Super Saiyans, which by itself is bad because King Vegeta isn't on that team. And then, of course, Pure Saiyans as well. And let's take a quick look at how all this looks. So, first we have Vegeta's leader skill. So, you're running Vegeta, of course, as your lead and as a friend lead. So, 2 Vegetas on the team. And these are your possible rotations. You have King Vegeta, as well as your base Vegeta for 1 rotation. Definitely the best, like, easily Vegeta's best rotation. He's getting 2 instances of 30% to attack and defense support because Vegeta is on Pure Saiyans and Vegeta's family. And the way this reads, I think if a character has both of these categories, they're getting this buff twice. Plus the 36% chance to crit since it activates on both categories that Vegeta has. And then an extra 3 key and 30% to stats if this character has a Vegeta ally attacking in the same turn. So you're getting 90% to attack and defense and 36% chance to crit plus 3 key. Definitely Vegeta's best rotation, right? Now let's say you already have that. This is another possible rotation for you. It's just not that great. You also have this possible rotation once Super Vegeta gets his EZA. So this could be a good rotation, but we'll have to see what the EZA details look like first. And then we also have this possible rotation, but unfortunately Bardock's EZA is only available on JP right now. So JP players can really take advantage of this, but global, unfortunately, just not so much, right? And then some possible characters you can run, in that 3rd slot to kind of give that team an overall boost. You do have access to the Super Saiyan trio here. Now, the reason why they're good in that 3rd slot is on their 18 key. Greatly raising attack and defense for 3 turns is very strong for a character in the 3rd slot. The orb changes are going to make it very easy for them to get a super attack off. And, of course, when they attack, they're getting extra 130% to their own defense. It's like this character, especially for the, what is it, 5 turns? Yeah, 5 turns too, that 50% damage reduction. It's one of those things where it's like, obviously this character isn't supporting the team, but his ability to, or their ability to have that damage reduction in slot 3. I was thinking about the 5 turns here. In slot 3, getting a lot of defense when attacking, and then being able to attack a lot, as well as greatly raising their own defense. It can make them very strong defensively, of course, in slot 3. You also have this option here. Carnival Goku isn't supporting the team directly, but guarding in slot 3 is very strong, as well as the ability just to have a revive on the team. Again, a very strong ability. You also have this character here who is supporting the team directly with 2 key and 50% of defense, and they have 30% damage reduction of their own. And they do have the ability, which it's going to be a little hard to see, but when this character gets hit again 10 times in battle, you will be able to foresee enemy super attack. So it's like, it's just extra support for the team there. And then you also have this Vegeta, which again, they could look good in a long event, but I don't know how many long events we're looking at these days. So again, this team with Vegeta, like, we're forcing things to happen because again, the team is just, it's just not that great. Like, the characters that Vegeta's really linking with are just not great. There's not a top 5 character here besides Vegeta. You can argue King Vegeta in terms of banner units for sure, but we don't know what this EZA looks like just yet. Like, there's no really good, decent linking partners. So if you're running 2 Vegetas on the team, and you're trying to make use out of both of those Vegetas, it's going to be a little bit difficult to make a really solid, cohesive team. That's number one. That's team number one. Team number two kind of takes that issue away, because instead of running Vegeta as your lead, you're running Super Saiyan Trio as your lead. Super Saiyan's 3 key and 200% to stats flat out, which means that one rotation you're going to be able to use this character and their linking buddies, which are 7 links with this unit, which of course is super strong. I also forgot to put this character on Vegeta's team. This is another character that you could put as a you know, a third slot option. You also have, because dude, the orb changing is absolutely amazing. This is going to be a very strong rotation. 7 links here. You also have the 8th anniversary character in the Z duo here. Again, a very strong rotation. You also have this rotation, very strong. You also have this rotation, of course, very strong. You also have this rotation, which we talked about before, the benefits of having this STR Carnival Goku here. And then, of course, you also have this rotation as well. And that's just to link with the Super Saiyan Trio. Look, 6 links, 6 links, 6 links, 6 links, 6, 7, and then 7. And not only are these characters, like, you know, linking very well, but they're all very strong in their own right, unlike trying to run Vegeta's team centered around Vegeta. And this is just rotation 1, right? Like, you can rock this rotation if you want to. These are just different options for your rotations. You can run Gohan, or you can run whatever character you have. You can run that rotation. And then your second main rotation would comprise of course, Vegeta. So you have Vegeta and this character if you really want to, Vegeta or Super Vegeta, depending on what the easy it looks like. You have Vegeta and Bardock, which again, really only viable on JP and not really much after that. And then you have this option as well, like Future Trunks sharing 5 links is really not that bad. They are also sharing key, actually 4 key. Yeah, I forgot about the same lineage. So 4 key they're sharing, which of course is really good. And then people really dunk on this Trunks. I don't think he's as bad as what, you know, people make it out to be. But again, when you look at your Vegeta here and look at all these Super Saiyan linking buddies, those are just the best, unfortunately. So again, another situation where you don't, like, the team overall is better, right? But you don't have access to Vegeta's best linking buddy, which is King Vegeta. So that's what the next team could look like. And again, you could rock these characters in slot 3. You can rock God Goku in slot 3. The orb changing is going to be pretty beneficial. Plus, of course, his ability to guard if you do collect a certain amount of key spheres, which is definitely tough in slot 3, but it's doable. And then again, these 3 characters, I already talked about it before. You also have the option of running, I keep forgetting to pull up this character, but you do have the option of running this character in slot 3 as well, just for the orb changing ability. So that is what the Super Saiyans team could look like for you. Main rotation with the Super Saiyan trio. And of course, if you run 2 Super Saiyan trios, you're going to have one floating off as well. It's just that these 3 are just different options for you. So what the team would look like is, again, Super Saiyan trio, one of these rotations with Super Saiyan trio. The next rotation, main rotation, would be Vegeta and one of these rotations. And then your last 3 characters would be Super Saiyan Trios 1, and then 2 or 3, or 2 or 3, or 2. Like, however order you really want to put these characters in is really up to you. But these are just, again, I'm just showing you options for your team. And then team 3 is, we are bringing back the King Vegeta and Vegeta rotation with this lead right here in God Goku. Now, unfortunately, Pure Saiyans is 3 key 170, but these next 2 categories, you're just unfortunately not getting that 200% with Vegeta. And it's a little unfortunate, but at least with this team, you can run this rotation. So you're sacrificing an extra 60% attack and defense from both leaders here for Vegeta. But you are giving him literally his best linking partner. But when it comes to Pure Saiyans, the possibilities are literally endless, right? This is one main rotation you can run. This is a great slot 3 character for you to add. Another great slot 3 character. Another great slot 3 character. But you have the entire roster of Pure Saiyans at your fingertips. Any rotation you want to make is completely viable, right? Because Vegeta and his rotation will be 1. But you can run both of the 8th year anniversary characters if you really wanted to. It's just the roster of this team is just going to continue getting absolutely, like, insanely bucked, right? Both of the EZA 3-year anniversary LRs will still make a formidable rotation. The options here are just, again, like, literally insane. So it's just up to you what team you really want to run here. You want to focus on Pure Saiyans, his own team, or focus on Super Saiyans. Super Saiyans, you don't have King Vegeta. Both of these other teams, you also don't have, you do have access to King Vegeta, but it's just not as strong as the Super Saiyans team is right now. You could definitely make a really strong team, honestly, with Team 3, which is Pure Saiyans, of course, but a lot of those characters are also on Super Saiyans, right? So it's really up to you to see how you want to tackle this. Let me know what team you're going to be personally running, or what other rotations you may have found that I have not mentioned in this video, just to help anyone else out looking to build a really solid, cohesive team. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and peace.